Assalamu alaikum everyone. So today we are going to be looking at starting a new chapter, stakeholders. So we have already discussed about stakeholders in our previous chapter in objectives and in business size that stakeholders are people what they are some people who are affected by business decisions regarding business growth, and in objectives as well we discussed like how much like why objectives change. One of them was that because of some stakeholder influence, because of shareholders, because of the employees maybe, or the government, society. So let's talk in detail about what stakeholders basically are, what are the categories of stakeholders, and what are their rights, responsibilities, and the benefits that they provide to the business if their rights are fulfilled. So we're going to starting off. First, I'm going to discuss like break up this topic in two parts: three stakeholders in one video and three stakeholders in the second video. So first, let's begin with the proper definition of stakeholders. Stakeholders are individuals or groups of individuals who can be directly or indirectly affected by the business by the actions or decisions of the business, and hence are interested in business operations and activities. Now, as you can tell, we have already discussed that before, so it shouldn't be much of a problem with this. This is the basic definition, as it's self-explanatory, so there's nothing much to explain. But yeah, the basic idea is that these are people who are affected by the business actions, decisions, and hence they have an interest in the business activities. For example, the owner is already the owner of the business, so he is the one who is the most directly affected by the business decisions. He is the one who makes the business decisions in most cases, but sometimes there's some management as well. There's a management committee set up. So yeah, that's why owner is also considered one of the stakeholders of the business, the primary stakeholder of the business. Then there are shareholder, and in owners, shareholder also comes over here. So owner is not just generally owner, it's more about shareholders, those who have part ownership of the business. And other than that, they are employees, because employees are directly affected by the actions of the business. They are interested in business operations and activities, as if what if a business is growing, will they have more employees, and if a business is reducing, if they are discontinuing some activities, some operations, then employees might be a little in might leave the business or look for another job in case they are being made redundant. So there are lots of people who are directly or indirectly affected by the business, and we are going to discuss about all of that now. So let's begin with owner. What are the rights of the owner, the shareholders? They have the right to have a profit, high profit, and business growth. So yeah, all the shareholders, because they have the risk invested in the business, they have the they made them investment in the business, so they deserve the profit and the business growth for the risk that they took. Now, what are the roles and responsibilities of owner, if you ask? Well, they must take care of other stakeholders and avoid conflict and negative backlash. So yeah, they have to take care of other stakeholders, because since they are the owner, they have to like took take the opinions or take into consideration what will this particular decision have, what impact will this particular decision have on the owner of the business, and how you can avoid conflicts between two stakeholders or more than two stakeholders. And you also have to prevent negative backlash from them. You have to maintain good relations with each and every of your stakeholder groups. Now, they must also provide the resources required for the business to operate efficiently. That is the finance. They should provide sufficient finance for the business, make sufficient investments in the business, and make proper decisions for those resources to be allocated effectively. So that's about owner. There's nothing much about the owner, because they are the main primary stakeholder of the business. So yeah, this is all about that. So with the roles and responsibilities, these are their main role is the management of the business, of course, and to take care of other stakeholders. So let's move on. Moving on, we have employees. Now, employees, as we discussed earlier, their rights are security, safe working conditions, and salary on time. Security is a basic right of employees, that they should have a secure working environment. Not just that, but there should be a security of contract of employment. Their employment should be safe. It shouldn't be like they have a risk that they can be fired the next day, something like that. The business should operate in such a way that their employees feel safe. They feel that they are part of the organization, not that they can be made redundant made redundant, or like they could be made, okay, you're no longer needed in the business, so that they are fired. You have to keep them secure. You have to have a contract of employment. So like, okay, for this, until this much period of time, we won't fire you unless it's like severe conditions or something like that. So yeah, there have to be a security of contract of employment. There should be safe working conditions that are basic human rights. Yeah, you don't provide some haphazard conditions for the business. Like in some industries, in chemical cleaning industries basically, there's harmful gases flowing in the business. They can't breathe properly. There's not proper oxygen. There's not proper ventilation, and there could be health risks as well. So you have to prepare. You have to. They have the right. So you can't just ignore that. And their salary should be provided on time. If a business, even if a business is suffering from loss, they should provide the salary on time, because if they don't, then it's their right, man. So you can't just withhold their salary just because your cash flow is negative, just because the business is falling down. You have to take care of that effectively. So yeah, salary on time is one of the basic rights of employees. Now, what are the roles and responsibilities of employees? Well, they should be honest and cooperative with the management. That's the basic, because that, yeah, they are working for the organization, so they should be honest with their opinions of the business. So if like and manager asks, what should we do, so they should be honest about that. Even if it's something negative, they they are welcome to provide constructive criticism. And they should be cooperative with the management if they provided with the whatever task they're provided with, whatever the goals they're provided with. Okay, you have to meet this much task in so and so time. So yeah, they should be covering that many tasks in that particular time. And that's the second point basically, that employees must work efficiently to accomplish tasks assigned. So that are the basic roles and responsibilities of employees. Now, what benefits do they have on the business if we fulfill the rights of the employees? What are the benefits that they give to the business, other than of course the salary, the work they provide, because that's basically part of job description, So other than that, employees have the benefits that they have for the business is employee loyalty and low labor turnover. If you are providing them security, if you're providing them safe working conditions, and you're giving them salary on time, they will feel that yeah, they are part of the organization. Yeah, that they are needed in the business. So they will be loyal to the business, and there will be low labor turnover. It will be easier to recruit good staff, since the many employees will have a good word of mouth as well. Others will see, oh, these employees are treated so well, we should also get hired into the new business. And there are more better stuff available in such businesses where employees are treated well. Employees will also give suggestions for improving efficiency and customer service. So if they see that okay, so and so people are not being so happy with the business, they can talk to the managers, they can talk to the supervisors that okay, there might be a little bit of change that you might do. So even a small change, a small idea could be very beneficial for the business, as it improves efficiency and customer service. Customer service basically is because employees are the, in some businesses, in service businesses basically, businesses which provide services like hotels and garage services, you can say, and banks also. Employees could provide better suggestions because they are the ones who are in direct contact with the customer, so they know well that if the customer is pleased with your service or not, and if there's something else that you need to provide to the customer. So that's very helpful for the business. Now there's also improved motivation, and hence there's more effective communication. If the employee feels that they are needed by the business, if they feel secure, if they have the safe working conditions and salary on time, there will be improved motivation, and there will be more effective communication. But this motivation is basically concerned with the profit, the main price factors, not non-price factors, because like yeah, you're providing them safe security, safe working conditions, salary on time, but for some employees that is not enough. You need some other motivation factors like job redesign and stuff like that. In case their jobs are boring or they are not given so much authority, they should be given some part in business decision making as well, in order to improve them. And we look at more about the motivation of employees in human resource chapter, which we are going to be looking at afterwards. Now the basic rights of customers is of course to receive quality goods at a reasonable price. Now what are the rules and responsibilities of the customers? They should be honest and pay for the product. When we say honest, it means that they should avoid making the false claims about Avoid making false claims about poor services or underperforming goods. If there are poor services, then okay, that it's okay to make claims about that. But if the services are good, if the business is good, but just because you feel like a little nasty, like you feel like pranking someone and that's why you do this, or if you are paid by some other people, by competitors, to make false claim for the business, then that's not something too good. You should avoid all that, and you should also pay for the product, of course. That's one of the basic roles of the customers. Now, they should also assist business in identifying the goods and services to be produced based on their demands. The basic idea behind this point is market research. Now, they should provide the basic data needed for the market research and primary research, so that the business can use that data to provide those, to fulfill their needs, to fulfill their demands. Of course, it will be profitably, fulfilling the demands profitably. That's what marketing is. But yeah, that's some other thing. Anyways, what are the benefits for the business? Well, there's consumer loyalty, there's repeat purchases, there's good publicity, and all of this helps to improve further goods and services. When your customers are loyal, they won't go to your competitors. If they repeat purchases, that improves your cash flow. You have more revenue. If there's good publicity, then that means more customers will come to your business. So overall, the goods and services improves, and hence your business also generates a good profit. So that's all for today. We talked about the owners, shareholders, employees, and customers. Thanks for watching. Allah Hafiz.